welcome back to the Little Reader's Corner. Today we're talking about my May TBR, which I thought was going to be not so bad because yes, I'm doing 2 readathons, and yes, I have a lot of other books coming. Yes, I just had a little bit of a book haul, but it can't be that bad, right? It's fine. No, it's pretty bad. So I made some spreads in my bullet journal because sanity is fun, and we're just going to go through them. Let's go ahead. This should be fun. First off, let's just look at this. Look how cute. Now I'm going to talk about it. So I'm participating in Asian Readathon. I participated last year and it was so great. It's such a wonderful readathon. Cindy from Read with Cindy hosts it. I'm so happy it's happening again and that I'm participating. So there are 4 prompts with an optional 5th prompt to read Little Fires Everywhere and then watch the Hulu series. I already watched the Hulu series with my parents. It was wonderful, but I'm not going to read the book. So these are the prompts that I am filling. So the first one is any book by an Asian author. And for that one, I am doing Hungry Hearts, which is a short story anthology collection by, I think, 13 different authors, and it's like a multicultural story about different kinds of food and love and family, and it sounds really lovely. The front cover has like a steaming bowl of ramen on it, which just looks so cute. I'm really excited to read that one. Now the second prompt is to read a book that is by either an Asian author or has an Asian character that I can relate to. For that one, I'm doing Anna K by Jenny Lee because Anna K is based off the Russian classic Anna Karenina, and I'm currently studying Russian. So, and then the third prompt is to read a book by an Asian author or that features an Asian character that is different from me. For that one, I'm going to do Poppy War, and Poppy War also completes the 4th prompt because Jade from JadedReader recently recommended that I watch CozyAfternoons because she's going to read Poppy War for May. And I checked out CozyAfternoons and her channel is absolutely wonderful. And she has a whole video where she reads Poppy War while she is traveling through New York. And it sounds like such an intense book, but also so immersive. So that is the book that I'm also filling for the 4th prompt, which is a book that is recommended by an Asian booktuber. So I'm excited to get started. I also have one additional book that I am doing for my Asian Readathon TBR because I just couldn't get enough, and that is reading Timekeeper by Tara Sim. Timekeeper is a time travel centered novel with a lot of different like clocks and things like that, and then something goes terribly wrong and like the timeline is scattered, something like that. And it also has bi representation, which is really exciting, and I've heard some pretty good things on the internet about it, so I can't wait to get started. Now on to the second readathon that I'm doing, which is a Medievalathon. Look at my cute spread. Isn't it great? I love it. Wow, you love it too? Fantastic. So this one is intricate. So Medievalathon is a month-long readathon throughout the month of May as well, and it is hosted by Holly from Holly Hearts Books. It is a little daunting when you first look at it, but it's actually pretty chill and you can completely customize it to your own things and you can double up on stuff and it's great. So for the first section, it is choose your weapons. So there are 5 different weapons you can choose from, and they all have to do with an aspect of the book. So these are something pointy on the cover, start or finish a duology, a romance, a heavy book, or a book you have high expectations for. First, I'm going to explain what all the different parts of this readathon are, and then I'm going to go into the books so I can kind of reference back to them. It's okay. You'll understand it. It's fine. Next is choose your wardrobes. There are a bunch of different like costume garment selections. There is a book that has yellowed over time, a pristine book, a shiny book, a book with your favorite color on the spine, under 300 pages, green on the dust jacket, and dragon on the cover. Then we have pet companion. I love this idea, but none of these pets are pets that we would want to own, which is too bad. So I decided to go with 2 of them. You'll find out in a bit. But there's a chicken for scary book, a goat for a book that is high on your bookshelf, a dog for buddy read with a friend, a cat for a book title that begins with C, a horse for a tall hardcover, and a fox for orange on the dust jacket. I really wish there was a ferret in this mix, or a dragon, or anything else, because these animals are not my thing, but it's fine. Then the last component is there is a tier system of how many books you read determines what level you are in society. So you start off as a prisoner, and then it goes up through the ranks: peasant, squire, knight, noble, prince/princess, king/queen, emperor/empress. And also the last ones can be interchanged for non-binary ones as well, such as majesty, monarch, that kind of stuff. So I decided to stick to knight level 3, which means I have to choose 3 books. Now we're gonna go back, talk about the books, and reference the other things. It's okay, you don't need to understand. I'm just explaining this for your benefit. So I chose 3 books. I am first going to read The Kingdom of Copper by S.H. Chakraborty. I love this series so much. The first book was City of Brass, and it was fantastic. I've been waiting to read the second book until I had time and money to get my hands on the UK edition, because the UK edition is gorgeous. I don't like the US edition. Bad. I love the UK edition, and it's almost here, hopefully. Kingdom of Copper fulfills the prompts for green, romance, high expectations, heavy, and tall. And this series takes place in 18th century Cairo in the Ottoman Empire, and it has nobles and merchants and peasants and jinn, which are basically the origin story for what are known as like modern day genies in a way. And it's so beautifully crafted. I'm so excited to get started on that one. Next I have Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. I'm really excited to read this because I'm a linguist and I have studied linguistics, and my linguistics professor has shown me his entire collection of all his Tolkien books and memorabilia, and I can't wait. I have never seen the movies. I have never read the books. I have seen 2 out of 3 Hobbit movies, but excited. So this one fulfills the prompt for yellowed over time, since it is my friend's copy that we swapped for a book swap. And then my last one for Medievalathon is going to be An Affair of Poisons by Addie Thorley. And this is basically a story about a person who has a lot of knowledge of poisons and different elixirs and things like that. And then the king ends up getting poisoned, and I think she gets blamed for it and gets pulled into the mix, and there's also a prince involved. Sounds good. This fulfills the prompt for shiny, and I believe it's a romance. So that is Medievalathon. I'm so excited to get started on it. It sounds like a good time. It's a little confusing when you first look at all of it, but it's not too bad. And now we come to my last page, which is just labeled May TBR, because it is everything else I want to read. Wow. So for this, we have an assortment of books. We have Beach Read by Emily Henry, which is about 2 different writers that are writers of completely different genres that end up being neighbors in their summer homes, I think. And they both have writer's blocks, so they decide to switch genres and write in each other's genres, which I think one is like a horror mystery thriller and the other one is a romance, so that sounds fun and cute. Then another one is a short story collection called Lot Stories by Brian Washington, which is a collection of different queer stories in American neighborhoods that I have to read for my English class. Next we have my personal favorite. I'm reading my hard copy edition of Check Please Book 2 Sticks and Stones by Ngozi Akazu, because this is my favorite series of all time. This is the last book in the collection, and I have already been up to date with all of the books online, and I love them so much. I can't wait to reread all of my favorite moments and let it melt my heart. Basically, Check Please is about Biddy, who used to be a figure skater in high school and has now come to college and is going to sign up for hockey. He becomes friends with all the hockey bros, and he also does these baking vlogs. He loves baking. It is heartwarming and so beautiful. Then I have a bunch of ARCs, which are all hopefully going to arrive soon, because I had to ship them from my home to here. It's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. First, I have The State of Us by Sean David Hutchinson. I have been waiting to read this book for months. I got the ARC copy months ago but didn't have the time to read it, and then quarantine happened and I forgot to bring it with me. So it's shipping, it's almost here. It is a love story about the sons of a Democratic either senator or representative for a state, and then a Republican senator or representative of a state. And it is their love story and I love it. And oh my gosh, political romances, politics, is so good. Then I have Running by Natalia Sylvester, and this is a story about the daughter of someone who is running for office, some kind of political office, and she actually starts to become an activist and raise her voice. Also politics, also exciting. Then we have The Voting Booth by Brandy Kohlberg. This is about two young adults who have come to the voting booths for their first year that they can vote. One of them is having a lot of difficulty signing up to vote and going through the whole process, and then they have to go to a different voting center to sign up. Then something else goes wrong, I think. So I think they go through different voting centers and different to try to vote in this election, and it's also a romance, so it sounds cute. And last, the last book on my TBR for May, we finally made it to the end. That book is Here and Now and Then by Chen. This is a time travel story, and I have kept myself very vague on what the plot is about because I like to be surprised with time travel novels, as you may know. All I know is I think it takes place in the late 1900s, and obviously something goes wrong. I'm excited. I've heard really great things. This book has been listed on a lot of people's top time travel books, so I can't wait. That's it, we did it. Wow, what a strangely long TBR video. I haven't done a TBR in quite some time because I wanted some leeway, but I'm just really excited to get started. So I also want to mention that I have listed, I don't even want to know how many books that I'm going to read in May. I'm not going to be able to read all of these books, especially since a lot of them are over 350 pages. Or more around the 500 page mark. I'm not going to be able to read all of these. I'm going to prioritize that I at least get one done for each of the readathons, and then get the arcs done that I need to review before their publication dates, and the book that I have to read for class. Those are my first priorities. I'm going to try to mix it up, keep it exciting. I'll probably have vlogs coming out. I think I'm also going to start doing wrap-ups again, which is funny because this video is going to go up before my April wrap-up, if that ever gets filmed. So thank you so much for sticking around and for watching me talk about some books that I'm excited to read about. If you are participating in either Asian Readathon or the Medievalathon, let me know. Let me know what's on your TBRs. If you're participating in a different readathon, also interested. And otherwise, stay safe and keep reading. Let the sun shine on you every once in a while. And thank you. Please feel free to hit that like or subscribe button if you want to see more of my videos. Check them out. They are all linked down below and in my channel. Bye!